thunder of jets in an open sky, a streak of gray, and a cheerful...
A loop, a whirl, and a vertical climb, and once again you'll know it's time for the adventures of Rocky and Bullwinkle and friends.
Starring that supersonic speedster, Rocket J. Squirrel, with his pal Bullwinkle the Moose, and a host of others.
Hurry, Bullwinkle! The show's about to start!
I'm coming as fast as I can.
Wave to the people!
Yay!
Now what are you doing?
Signing autographs. Let's see. John Smith.
But your name is Bullwinkle.
I know, but that's hard to spell.
We're gonna have a lot of fun. Come on and join us.
Sure, there's always room for one more.
Well, it was a big day for Wossamotta U when the Chancellor said...
Many colleges are de-emphasizing football. Wossamotta will re-emphasize it.
One of the college's first acts was to sign up the Frostbite Falls Flash, Bullwinkle Moose, who, aided by Rocky the Flying Squirrel, proceeded to decimate the opposition.
No, we just beat the other teams.
That's what the man said.
Well, why don't he say what he says?
But it looked like breakers ahead for Wossamotta, for in a carefully guided hideout, Boris Badanov's Mud City Manglers were hard at work. They were a dreadful band of thugs and killers, coached by our old nemesis, fearless leader, and even he had to use a whip and a chair.
All right, we'll try number 17.
Out, 1, 2, 3. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Strangler fumbled the ball again.
Yeah, I bet the coach gives him a light reprimand.
No, I bet he gives him a severe reprimand. You were right. It was just a light reprimand.
Yes, with a team of hired goons and criminals, fearless leader was at his best, or worst.
I want all of you men to read this sign I'm posting in the locker room.
Play carefully. The life you save may be your own.
But of course, being villains had certain advantages, too.
Achtung! Tackle practice. I want you to tackle that dummy as if it were a Wossamotta U runner. Go! Terrible. Awful.
Fearless leader, all the sand is running out of the tackling dummy.
All right. Which one of you stabbed the tackling dummy in the back?
It was me.
You stabbed a defenseless dummy in the back?
Yeah, what of it?
Well, congratulations, my boy. You're my kind of folks. From now on, you're captain of the team.
That's the way to talk, coach.
When I want your approval, I'll ask for it.
Yes, fearless leader.
All right. I'm asking.
Hooray!
Meanwhile, in the Chancellor's office at Wossamotta U...
Hey, you guys.
Yes, Coach Canute.
I got a letter here from a team I never heard of, challenging us to a game.
What's the team?
The Mud City Manglers.
No.
Challenge game?
No.
They'll pay us $1,000.
It's a deal.
And so in a short while, the wire services were buzzing with the news.
Mud City? Never heard of them.
Here's a picture of the team.
How do they look?
They sure got funny-looking helmets on.
Helmets, nothing. That's hair. Bullwinkle, those are girls.
Yes, to drive the odds even higher, the wily Boris had dressed his entire team in curly wigs and midi blouses.
Bullwinkle, this is terrible.
It is?
What kind of game can you play with girls?
Boy, this really is a children's show, isn't it? Parcheesi, of course.
The photograph caused a sensation.
Girls Challenge Nation's #1 team.
Debutants to tackle Juggernaut.
Little did the press of the nation know that the Mud City Manglers were a vicious gang of thieves, blackguards, and unspeakable Turks.
All right, girls, and I use the term loosely. Time to check your equipment. Shoulder pads?
Check.
Spike shoes?
Check.
Poison for spikes?
Check.
Switchblade knives?
Check.
Brass knuckles?
Check.
Hand grenades?
Check.
Then we're ready. Just remember one thing.
Yes.
I want you to behave like ladies.
Well, these are shady ladies indeed, and we'll see their fiendish plot unfold next time in Mailbags or Homely Are the Brave.
So long, Pop.
Where you off to, Junior?
There's a circus going on at the Coliseum.
Well, in your present position, you'll never get there to see it.
What makes you say that, Pop?
Well, look at you.
Oh, my gosh. I put the pony in back of the chariot.
That's what is known as putting the cart before the horse. And while you're getting straightened out, I'll relate a fable illustrating that adage.
But, Pop, I'll miss the circus.
No, you won't. I'll make it short. This is the story of the 3 bears.
I've heard that one.
Charlie Bear and his wife Edna lived in a modest little home on the edge of the forest. One day, after taking in a movie, they returned to their abode and made a rather startling discovery.
Hey, somebody's been eating my borscht.
And somebody's been eating my borscht.
I've heard this story, Pop.
Quiet. Further investigation of the living room brought out another remarkable fact.
Hey, somebody's been sitting in my Danish-type chaise lounge.
Somebody's been sitting in my Danish-type chaise lounge, too.
The mystery increased as they entered the upstairs bedroom.
Pop.
Hey, somebody's been sleeping in our Chinese modern Hollywood bed.
Somebody is sleeping in our Chinese modern Hollywood bed.
That someone turned out to be their rich Uncle Fabian. You heard this one before, Junior?
Uh-uh.
Uncle Fabian, what a pleasant surprise.
Bah! You're only glad to see me because I'm rich.
Oh, tut, what a vile thought. Let me hold your wallet for you, dear Uncle Fabian, sir.
I'll give you a wallet right on the head.
Later that evening, over dinner, a surprise announcement was made.
I have decided to put you 2 in my will.
Oh, what a sweet thing to do.
It sure is. Let me hold your wallet, huh?
There's only one catch. All my life, you know, I've been grumpy and irritable.
Oh, you've noticed that, have you?
Well, before I go to bear heaven, I want to be happy.
Well, Charlie can make you happy, can't you, Charlie?
Sure can. Let me hold your wallet.
Early the next morning, Charlie attempted to make his uncle happy. First of all, he took him to the edge of the cliff.
Look at that view, Uncle Fabian. Doesn't that make you want to smile?
Bah!
And Uncle Fabian pushed Charlie over the cliff.
Well, did you boys have fun today?
I did, but Uncle Fabian didn't.
I decided not to put you 2 in my will.
Oh, you can't do that, Uncle Fabian.
Oh, of course not. Let me hold your wallet, huh?
Tell you what, you've got all day tomorrow to make me happy. If you fail miserably, no legacy.
The next morning rolled around, as mornings usually do.
Now, this here is a golf club, Uncle Fabian, and that there is a golf ball. Now, you hit the ball with the club.
Charlie fully expected that he would get hit instead of the ball, but incredibly enough.
A hole in one! Oh, doesn't that make you happy?
That's when Uncle Fabian took out his number 2 iron and beat his nephew unmercifully about the head.
How's the head feel?
Which one?
Guess we're going to finish out of the money, huh?
Looks like, babe.
Charles?
Yes, Uncle Ebenezer. Uncle Fabian.
You almost made me happy today. Let's play golf again tomorrow.
If you say so, Uncle Fabian.
Oh, and, see what you can do about keeping the other golfers off the course. I want you and me to play alone.
It was a strange request and not an easy one to fulfill.
I'm sorry, Charlie, but I can't stop the other golfers from playing.
In desperation, Charlie sought the services of an old owl who lived in a cave.
You see this statue of a heart? Place it in front of the first tee and never look at it again. I guarantee you and your rich Uncle Fabian will have the course to yourselves.
Hey, that's great, Owl. How much do I owe you?
8 cents. We got a special on statues of hearts this week.
Charlie wasted no time in rushing to the first tee and placing the statue where the owl had directed. The following morning, golfers from all over the land signed up to play golf, but ran into trouble. For on their way to the first tee, they casually glanced at the heart and were immediately frozen to the spot. Meanwhile, back at Charlie and Edna's house.
No borscht for breakfast, Charlie?
Oh, I ain't got time, Edna. Me and Uncle Fabian are due at the golf course.
Well, you better hurry. Uncle Fabian left an hour ago.
Oh, no! He doesn't know about the heart!
Charlie dashed pell-mell through the streets and got to the course in record time. There, his worst fears were confirmed, for standing like a block of ice in front of the statue was Uncle Fabian. To make matters worse, Charlie, too, looked at the statue, and he, too, froze solid. Uncle Fabian was never to be happy, and Charlie and Edna remained penniless. And so, you see, son, never put the cart before the horse.
I get you, Pop. Only there's a better way of saying it.
Oh?
Yeah. Never put the heart before the course.
Never put the... let's go see that circus, Junior.
Here's that master of the cinematic arts, Mr. Know-It-All.
Cinematic arts nothing. This is about the movies. Today our subject is how to direct temperamental movie stars. And our first example is a child star, little Muriel Merkel.
I's a bad girl, I is.
I am the only director in Hollywood who can make Muriel laugh. All right, little Muriel, the Colonel has come home from the war. Let's have a big laugh. A nice big laugh for America, Muriel. See, I really have a way with her. Next, we have Hoot Mix, a real He-Man who never lets a stuntman do any of his hard scenes. Okay, Hoot, let's see you fight with the dummy.
Anything you're saying, boss.
Cut! That was very good, Hoot. Oh! Hey, that's not in the script.
I know, I'm just ad-libbing.
Next, we have handsome Zip Farnsworth, the most temperamental man in the industry.
Yeah!
But I am so good, I have even persuaded him to do a soap commercial. Ready? Action! Okay, Zip, what is it you do with the soap of Hollywood stars?
That's what I do with it, Buster.
Thank you, Zip. And good night from Hollywood.
And now it's time
for 5 or 6 baritone solos in the key of E.
But
now
for another of our special features.
Should have tried E flat.
Meshi Falfoof out there. Peabody here.
Meshi Falfoof, Mr. Peabody?
That's Arabic for hello, Sherman. For our destination today is the Arabian Desert, the time 1917, and the man we're going to meet, the legendary Lawrence of Arabia. We set the Wayback Controls and were immediately teleported back through time and space. All of a sudden, there we were, inside British Secret Service headquarters at Cairo.
Gentlemen, I have 2 reasons for believing that Turkey is going to declare war on us. One, they've cut off our supply of Thanksgiving turkeys.
Oh, that's terrible. Bad show, that.
And 2, they've sent a nasty letter to Parliament.
Oh, the devil you say. They wouldn't do this.
Now, we must send someone to steal the Turkish plans. Do I have any volunteers?
For some strange reason, the room emptied.
Dash it all, every time I ask for volunteers, they chicken out. I wish they'd turkey out this time.
Begging the Colonel's pardon, but you have a clerk in the outside office who can do the job. His name is Lawrence. The Colonel promptly called him in.
So, you think you can work undercover for us, eh, Lawrence?
I should jolly well like to try, sir.
Capital. By the way, what do you intend wearing as a disguise?
Instead of answering, Lawrence dashed from the room and quickly returned clad in a Santa Claus suit.
I thought I'd wear this Arab costume, sir.
Perhaps we better send someone else.
Mr. Peabody and I'll go with him.
Are you any good at Secret Service work, Peabody?
Colonel, I invented Secret Service. Convinced the matter was in capable paws, the Colonel bid farewell. That night, Sherman and I bought Arab outfits and went to Lawrence's hotel room.
I hope he's ready to go.
I hope he's wearing the proper disguise. But instead of being dressed like an Arab, he was dressed like a pilgrim.
How do you like it?
It's stunning, stunningly wrong. Grabbing a sheet from the bed and some mattress stuffing, we soon had him properly disguised. The next thing we did was to join a caravan heading into the desert.
Is the Turkish army out there, Mr. Peabody?
Indeed it is, and I must caution you both, don't do anything that would give us away. This caravan is undoubtedly crawling with spies.
Oh, you can count on me.
I was hoping I could, but the following morning when we paused at an oasis...
Tea time, chaps. Anyone for crumpets?
That was all it took before we were bound hand and foot.
Did I say something wrong?
You are all English spies. I, the Sultan, have ways of dealing with English spies. We were tied to stakes under the broiling desert sun, and to show you how devilish that Sultan was, he put bottles of suntan lotion just out of arm's reach.
How will we ever get out of this, Mr. Peabody?
How, Sherman? It's simple. You always have a candy bar in your pocket, don't you?
Yes.
Good. Reach in, grab it, and wipe the chocolate off on my ropes. And that's the boy. Now, if I know my camels... Sure enough, the odor of chocolate attracted the nearest beast, and in no time at all, he was dining on the ropes. Before long, we were all free. Sherman, you and Lawrence wait here while I sneak into the Sultan's tent and get the secret plans. I made my way carefully past the Turkish guards and into the tent where the Sultan was resting. Inside a pouch labeled Secret Plans, I found what I was after. Unfortunately...
I say, Peabody, old chap, whilst you're looking for the secret plans, see if you can find a tea cozy.
Naturally, the Sultan awoke and immediately sounded the alarm. Quick, Lawrence, this way! We ducked out a rear exit while the guards began a frantic search. I'll go get Sherman. You saddle up a camel.
You can count on me.
Yes. I found Sherman where I had left him.
Peabody, Sherman over here.
I had instructed Lawrence to saddle a camel. Instead, he had saddled the Sultan.
Guards, come here, quick! The English dogs are here!
Before we could move, we were hopelessly surrounded. That's when I reached into Lawrence's pocket and pulled out a hand grenade. Stop! One more step, and I'll blow us right off the Rocky Show.
But I say, Peabody, old thing, that's not a grenade.
Later, Lawrence, later. The threat of an explosion did the trick. 1 week later, the entire Turkish army turned itself over to the British. Now, what about that grenade, Lawrence?
I was trying to tell you that's an apple. If you had pulled the stem out and thrown the ruddy thing, nothing would have happened. Watch.
Lawrence got 60 days for destroying Secret Service headquarters. As for the Sultan and his army, they were put inside large barns containing hay.
I don't get it, Mr. Peabody. How come they're in there?
Well, apparently, Sherman, somebody likes a turkey in the straw.
Wossamotta, hats off to you. To thy colors, ochre and Alice blue, we will e'er be faithful and true. Hail, Wossamotta, hail, better we should be in jail. Hey, Wossamotta, you.
The stirring strains of the college fight song herald the big game between Wossamotta U and Boris Badanov's Mud City Manglers.
But gee, Rock, the Mud City Manglers are girls.
They look awful big for girls.
I guess football doesn't appeal to the petite ones.
And on the way to the football field, Boris and Natasha dashed into an illegal betting parlor.
Okay, Manny, what's the odds on the big conflict?
World War III, 6-5 and pick 'em.
No, the Wossamotta game.
Oh, an unbeaten team playing a bunch of girls? 500 to 1 on Wossamotta.
I'll just take me some of that. I'll bet all this on Mud City.
And I'll bet all this.
Fearless leader, where did you get all the loot?
Bad enough, that is the entire contents of the Pennsylvania Treasury.
You carry the treasury wherever you go?
You don't think I'd leave it with those crooks in my government, do you?
Who says you can't take it with you?
All right, boys, you got a bet, but you're throwing your money away.
Who says?
I hope he's wrong, and you're right, Badenoff.
Oh, I am.
Because there's something else I always carry around with me.
A cheery smile?
No, my own firing squad.
Oh, boy. Natasha, we really got to make sure of this one.
But, darling, we already got fiendish plans.
We can't take chances. This time our fiendish plan will have a fiendish plan.
And back in our hero's dormitory room...
Come on, Bullwinkle. It's time we left for the game.
Just a sec, Rock. I'm still studying these new plays.
Why? The only play you know is the forward pass. Besides, you're not the quarterback.
No, I'm the all-back.
Fullback.
Yeah.
Oh, if our boys only knew, for at that moment, the Wossamotta quarterback, Bob Waterbucket, was receiving a caller.
I don't wear a collar. My neck's too big.
Not a collar, a caller, a caller.
Oh.
Emergency telegram for Bob Waterbucket.
That's me.
Well, read it.
It's got long words in it.
Ooh. Oh, very well. It says your aunt in a Zuzi fell down and broke her crown. You should rush right out there.
But I can't. I gotta call the big game.
In that case, here's another telegram. The president has just declared the national emergency. You're drafted.
I'll get a deferment. I gotta call the big game.
Oh, boy. In that case, here's my third and last emergency telegram.
Nothing can stop me from calling that game.
It's from a professional football team. They want to hire you for... You're not going to call the game?
Sure, I'm calling it off.
As a result of Waterbucket's sudden departure, Coach Rocky Canute had a tough decision to make.
Okay, Moose, you're quarterback.
Boo!
Oh, come on, fellas. Even the Moose should be able to beat a team of schoolgirls.
But as we know, the Mud City Manglers are only disguised as girls. Actually, they're a tough bunch of thugs and plug uglies.
But, Boris, suppose the moose remembers all the plays.
What plays? I got the only other copy of the diagrams here.
Then what was Moose studying?
The diagrams I substituted for them.
Which were?
For 3 weeks, the Moose has been studying battle plans for the Civil War.
Well, it looks as if the South may rise again. Don't miss Mine Eyes Have Seen the Gory or Mooses in the Cold, Cold Ground.
Well, it looks as if our time is just about run out.
Mine must be a little slow.
You got the credits, Bullwinkle?
All on this itty-bitty card. Oop.
We're late again, Bullwinkle.
Right.
Bye now. See you next time.